So we're up here, and the this is an interesting little outcrop that unfortunately got damaged in the drill process. But he was showing that direction, and that direction is coming down here. So this direction here, as you go across the deposit, it's a cleavage or a little flexure in the deposit which has been quite a good conduit for the gold, and it goes right across the deposit in about a 20 metre wide corridor. And the original old hole that got us started on this was 212, and that's right on that same corridor. So there's many different structures go together to make the deposit, and that's why if you don't do the detail, you don't know what you've got.
Yeah.
And it's really resolving, much more so than if we just done a wider space. So we're looking at where it can extend to, out this way and this way.
Yeah. And we've got a line down to the south there, column with important result. That's hole FI778, which is very high in silver. We've got a metre at 3,170 silver, and also accompanied by another metre at over 1,500. So we hadn't seen that that level of grade in that location, so quite interested to see how the balance of that area might perform.
Indeed. It's quite interesting because some of those intersections are alongside holes that weren't encouraging, and so you've actually got to get the hole into the exact shapes. You've actually got to know where to project it.
Yeah.
And the bit that takes my interest too is as we go out along this direction here, we go into a gap in our drilling out there. And that's what happens when you get to understand something, be it by detailed drilling or mining. It gives you such a knowledge of what you thought you knew before but didn't know.
Changes things, doesn't it?
It gives you a reality check on the distributions. There are so many different structures, that gold-bearing structures that show up in the chemistry. Then you can say, well, let's just not look so much at the value, but where do the faults go? So that you can come back to a map like that. There's Trench 31, there's Roadside, there's all these other things, and you can see, if you interpret it, you get a bit of a look into the actual control and fault lines on the mineralisation. And that's actually been a useful map.
Yeah, it is. So the 3D distribution, we're understanding, getting a better understanding about where the structures are, and we're looking for the growth opportunities off what was the known resource, and we're seeing some encouragement in areas that perhaps looked a little bit lower in grade before that may show some promise for extension.
Absolutely, yeah. Most gold deposits actually like that. They have a complicated shape where the actual gold is. Because we don't have a quartz reef. If you're operating in an area that you followed the quartz reef and that got you to the gold, we have to find it by assay. But it's never been found before, so we don't have all the good bits nicked out.
Yeah.